Hey there, the main purpose of this video is to convince whomever is watching this that sleep is extremely crucial. It's undeniable that many of us are guilty of staying up all night, messing up our sleep schedule, and ending up feeling restless throughout the next day. Hopefully, by the end of this, you understand how important sleep actually is. The topics that will be covered include the 5 stages of sleep, the importance of sleep, sleep disorders, affirmations to help with sleep, meditation and hypnosis, and lastly, to make this a little more interesting, I'll be talking about a dream theory. As humans, we spend about a third of our lives sleeping. Scientists are not sure why exactly we sleep, but they do know that sleep promotes growth, mental function, and recuperation. When we sleep, our brains are still active and go through 5 main stages. The average stage lasts around 1.5 to 2 hours. This cycle should also repeat itself at least 4 times and 6 times maximum. Most sleep cycles last between 6 to 10 hours depending on the person. Our brains are affected in different ways during each stage. The first stage is N1, which is a subphase of non-rapid eye movement. This is when the brain isn't fully awake nor fully asleep. During this stage, our bodies produce theta waves which generate at specific frequencies. Theta waves occur when relaxation, reduced consciousness, and/or deep meditation take place. This is also when many people experience hypnagogic hallucinations, which can be anything between seeing light that isn't there or hearing a doorbell. The second subphase of NREM is N2. This is when body temperatures start to drop and heart rates start slowing down. During this stage, muscles start to switch between relaxation and contraction in order to allow the body to go into deeper sleep. Stage 3 and 4 are when our tissues have time to repair and when our bodies produce the most amount of hormones. These are the deepest stages of NREM. Rapid eye movement is the stage during which dreams commonly occur. To be more specific, it's when vivid dreams occur. Although the body seems completely rested on the outside, this is when our brains are most active during sleep. The importance of sleep. The following are only a few of the many benefits of sleep. Sleep boosts the immune system, lowers risk of diabetes and heart disease, improves mood, allows for better cognition, reduces stress, and keeps our bodies healthy overall. Technically, while we're sleeping, we're fasting. This gives our bodies enough time to digest the foods and snacks we've eaten beforehand. As a matter of fact, the average person burns up to 50 calories per hour while sleeping. That could potentially total to 400 resting calories per 8 hours a night. It comes with numerous advantages considering the fact that sleep is one of the most effortless things a person can do. Here's some food for thought. The average adult should be getting at least 6 to 9 hours of sleep with a maximum of 10 hours a night, as too much sleep could cause negative effects. Teenagers should be getting 8 to 10 hours. Remember that the next time you make a decision to stay up until 4 a.m. to watch Netflix. Here's a list of the world's most successful people and their sleep schedules. Keep in mind that their schedules are fixed and unchanging, which allows for better routine and faster sleep enhancement. These people are all adults and each get the ideal amount of rest per night. I'm pretty sure the last one speaks for itself. Sleep disorders. It's no question that sleep deprivation is draining and has negative effects on mental health. A few of the symptoms include lack of focus and concentration, bad coordination, mood swings, paranoia, minimal short-term memory, hormonal imbalances, illness, and in some cases hallucinations. Although scientists are not sure exactly why we sleep, they know for a fact that sleep is important. When it comes to academics, sleep is essential. This means that sacrificing sleep to cram for a big test could be more problematic than beneficial. Because sleep allows for better cognition, the amount of knowledge you acquire while pulling that all-nighter could be disordered and easily forgettable. In order to ensure your best potential performance on a test, your body must go through a full sleep cycle. The best time to shut down before a test is directly after studying. That way your body can take its time to form and process new information. Sleep apnea is when you kind of suffocate while sleeping. When your body detects a lack of oxygen, it makes it difficult to breathe while sleeping. When you're unconscious, you gasp for air and take a deep breath. It could happen many times per night, which doesn't allow for a restful quality night, but you probably won't even remember that happened the next morning. When you start lacking too much sleep for many days at a time, it's called insomnia rather than sleep deprivation. Melatonin is the sleep hormone that our body produces. The main issue with taking melatonin pills is that eventually the body starts depending on them. The melatonin that is naturally produced starts slowing down, and over a long period of time, a bigger dosage will be needed to get the same effects. That is why, while you still have the opportunity, you must make lifestyle changes. Being a sleep-deprived adolescent makes life more difficult. Narcolepsy, on the other hand, is actually the opposite. It's when a person randomly falls asleep at any given moment. It usually lasts for 5 minutes and forces the brain to go into REM sleep. 1 out of 2,000 people suffer from narcolepsy. Sleepwalking and talking are usually harmless and take place during M3 sleep. It's a pretty self-explanatory disorder. Here are some affirmations to help with sleep. Simply just repeat them to yourself before going to bed. Believe it or not, these actually work. Meditation and hypnosis. Transforming from affirmations to meditation creates a very calming contrast. Hypnosis and meditation are both voluntary states of induced consciousness. Meditation can be silent or guided. There are numerous YouTube videos with guided meditations that help you wind down step by step. The meditation technique isn't as crucial as actually being able to stay in a state where you're neither awake nor asleep. Ground yourself and take your surroundings into consideration. Have you ever heard the phrases, "the vibes are off" or "good vibes only"? Meditation is a great way to raise your frequency if you believe in vibrations. It's abundantly exceptional and can allow you to connect with your higher self and control your attention. Hypnosis is a state in which you're awake, but at the same time you're extremely calm and chill. We previously mentioned theta waves, but during this stage our brains release alpha waves. Hypnotists cannot force their hypnosis upon you. It only works if you allow it to and if you go into a deep stage of relaxation. In order for a practitioner to make propositions during this stage, you must accept what they're saying. It won't work if for some reason you don't want to go through with it. At times, when a patient's memories resurface, they are false due to the fact that they could be reconstructed by the questions asked. This could be unintentional. And lastly, we're going to be covering Sigmund Freud's dream theory. Why do we dream? This is a question that has undoubtedly confused many scientists, psychologists, and people in general. Sigmund Freud is one of the most world-renowned neurologists. He's come up with numerous theories regarding many different psychological topics. Freud came out with his novel titled The Interpretation of Dreams in 1895. It's no question that this book vastly influenced the way many of us perceive the true meaning behind our dreams. A very strong belief he had was that dreams play a crucial role in our lives and when understood can be used to resolve internal or external conflict. Basically, this man believed that our dreams are our subconscious desires, fears, and suppressed feelings. The comparison he made was between the mind and an iceberg. The mind can be divided into 3 sections: the conscious mind, the preconscious mind, and the unconscious mind. The section above water is the conscious mind, which consists of our thoughts and perceptions. These are the things that we are mentally aware of. This could also range from our internal wishes to our calculated opinions. The subconscious mind is just underwater. We can kind of see it if we choose to. This consists of things mainly like our memories and our stored knowledge. The unconscious mind is a little deeper as we cannot mentally access this level of our mind even if we tried. Connected to the unconscious mind is the ID. This is the deepest part in which, according to Freud, is impossible to access. Under this subsection fall everything that's inadequate about us, such as our deepest fears, our irrational thoughts, our unacceptable sexual desires, traumatic experiences, violent motives, and immoral urges. Sigmund Freud broke it all down into 2 questions. What happens in our dreams, which is the manifest content, and what is the hidden meaning behind our dreams, which is the latent content. His theory wasn't just random thoughts he came up with. There's a reason behind it. It is called the activation synthesis hypothesis. Fundamentally, during REM sleep, neurons give off electrical impulses in the brainstem. This forces the cerebral cortex to interpret the random impulses and try to make sense of them. The cerebral cortex is part of the brain that controls information processing. This tells us that the anatomy of dreams and that his dream interpretation theory correlate.